Greetings, City of Mount Vernon. I'm Dr. Darren M. Morton, Comptroller for the City of Mount Vernon, and it is with great pleasure that I inform you of the release of the second quarterly report for fiscal year 2022. As you know, according to the charter, these reports are issued out on a quarterly basis, and they are a compilation of the period beginning January 1 to June 30th, 2022. As I mentioned to you in our previous reporting, that each quarter we will gain more understanding around our financial situation as a city. Please recognize that we have not arrived at this place financially overnight, nor will we cure our challenges overnight. And so I thank you for your patience as we continue to unearth the financial situation of the City of Mount Vernon. For this period, we have brought in a total of $77 million of revenue. We have expended a total of $58 million, leaving a net income of approximately $19 million. And our cash balance at the end of the quarter of June 30th, 2022 was $29 million. And we also have $32 million in our ARC funds. However, our liabilities did increase to $67 million, but we'll continuing to work on bringing those down. As we continue to look at our expenditures, I want to make sure that you, Mount Vernon, understand how this looks. The City of Mount Vernon operates on a modified accrual process, which means that we are primarily looking at the period of 2022 for our revenue and our expenditures, and any of those expenditures that come in that are related to previous years are then posted to those years. And so there is going to be some variation in the numbers as you begin to look at the amount of money that we actually bring in pertaining to our income and what we also are reporting for a year to date for the period in which we are reporting. When we begin to look at also our agencies such as the Board of Water Department, Board of Water, we look at URA and IDA, you'll also find those reports in this quarterly report as well. I will say to you, Mount Vernon, that we're doing fairly well in our in the efforts to improve our financial standing for the city. However, we have a long road ahead of us. And here's where I need your help. One of the ways in which we can also improve our financial situation is for us to be able to pay down our liabilities or those accounts payables from previous years. We have an exorbitant number of taxpayers who have not paid their taxes for previous years and also have not paid their taxes to 2022. Now, we fared well in 2022 in that approximately about 90% of our taxpayers have paid their taxes up to date. However, there's still that small margin that needs to pay their taxes before the close of this year. That will help us to be able to get through the rest of the year. We have a fourth quarter that is beginning, in fact, on Monday. And so therefore we need to increase our revenues and we need to reduce our expenditures. This is where we are focusing now with the administration and the mayor to make sure that the department heads are doing their very best to make sure that they are on target for their revenues and that they are also minimizing their expenditures as we move forward. Over the next few weeks, you will be hearing from our office about the opportunity for taxpayers and residents to come to town hall meetings for you to ask any questions that you may have about the finances of Mount Vernon and our path forward. I will tell you that we have been engaged in conversations with the credit agencies about our credit rating, and we know exactly what it is that we need to do in order to restore our credit rating. One of those efforts is that we are now 99% finished with our 2016 audit. We are just waiting for a final draft from our auditors, and we anticipate that that will be released over the next month. Mount Vernon, thank you so very much for your patience as we continue to improve in Mount Vernon and work together to ensure that we have a better future. And thank you for allowing me to serve as your comptroller.